And now, it's time for Levack and Gaz to answer the question, why?
Why? Tell me why?
Why?
A tradition with Levack and Gaz, but most people are off today. Eric Hanneman making his debut on a Wednesday Why edition. Now, Eric, here are the rules of Wednesday Why. It's pretty simple. You can't answer these questions with two responses. You can't answer with why not, and you can't answer with because. Those are outlawed. See, no. You can't do it like that. No. You have to answer really good sports knowledge has to be dropped with some of the most baffling, confusing, startling things happening over the course of a week in sports. I will present them to you.
Okay.
I'll also respond as well. We'll start off with this one.
Sure.
Why are the Atlanta Braves good?
Same reason that you see a lot of teams come out of nowhere. They drafted very well. They kept the number one thing that they did a lot when they were selling a bunch of their players. They kept Freddie Freeman. A similar thing that the Cincinnati Reds have done. They haven't gotten better yet, Cincinnati. Keeping Joey Votto all these years, but keeping Freddie Freeman has been what has built them to where they are because Freeman is the centerpiece of this team. Now, you add in Ozzie Albies, who's having an aberration season. Acuna was ready to go from day one, but they needed to keep him down for service issues. And then you add in a pitching staff that is Sean Newcomb, bad start against the Yankees, bad start against the Red Sox. But other than that, he's been very good this season. They've had other pitchers come in and do well, including Mike Soroka's out a long time, but another young kid who comes up pitch. It's just they're a young team. And the young players are doing well, just like the Yankees.
Look at that. 1 for 1. Very good job there. The only thing I was going to add is kind of what you're hitting at. The farm system has been really good, and people didn't realize it. And they'll be good in a couple years. Major League Baseball continues to be the league where you're supposed to be good 2 or 3 years from now, and they always beat expectations. White Sox and Padre fans, get ready for 2019. You're going to be that team that people talk about. Both of those
White
franchises.
Sox, and Padres, too. And to the point of Atlanta, like the Yankees, they still have some that haven't made it yet. Austin Riley, a couple other pitchers, and a bunch of other young pitchers.
The next one here, why is Major League Baseball finding players for pace of play rules?
They're trying to make the game shorter to appeal to a different audience. Now, whether that's the right move to make, it's up to you. Me, as someone who did not like the intentional walk rule, did not like the mound visit rule. And hey, there really hasn't been much of an issue with either one of those, other than the fact that some games, maybe if a bad pitch here on an intentional walk, maybe I haven't heard of anything in terms of the mound visits really affecting anything. But MLB is doing everything they can, Rob Manfred, to make things quicker per games. And it's still not working because I was here until midnight last night.
I think the answer is they're trying to be cool. You know, like they're the older adult who's wearing a backwards hat and says things like, you guys hear about the Migos? Huh? You guys using the Spotify to listen to the music now? That's what Major League Baseball feels like. We were going to do this thing. We're going to improve pace of play and no one's talking about it anymore, but I'll get back in on it and start finding people so you remember we're trying to be the hip, cool people. That's why they're doing it. Eric, why did LeBron James sign with the LA Lakers?
I would say he signed with the Lakers, and it's kind of become the number one reason, I think, at this point, is because of his future and his family. So, should I add a third left?
That's good.
Future family, but not finals, so the third F is not finals.
Look at that. So it's a non-basketball move. I kind of think we both stand on that.
I would say in the end, yes, it's a non-basketball move.
He's more focused on the Hollywood side of it and everything there. We had Alex Hooper on with us yesterday to talk about how he's already contributing in Northeast Ohio. He's trying to have things like public schools be open in his name and things like that. I think the overall LeBron James getting in movies and TV shows and producing, he doesn't need LA. He's LeBron James. We all know who he is. If you told me it was Paul George or somebody else, then maybe that would be the case. But that's why I feel like LeBron James signed with the Lakers. He had a lot of people saying it would work. Go ahead.
Look, there's another reason. To add on to the family thing. It's a 4-year deal in LA. His son, I believe, his son is 13 years old, going on 14. I'm not sure where that turns in terms of high school. Bronny might be going into high school with us. It might be 4 years, and LeBron's done things in 4 years himself. So I'm thinking if the NBA goes back to people coming out of high school, he will groom his son to come out, and wherever his son is drafted, he might go there.
Wow. Roll on the tape. Grab the footage right there that Bronny and LeBron will team up at some point if the rules start to change. You know, everyone always has that, like Bronny's going to the NBA. He's 13.
Right.
I don't know if he's good yet or not.
My friend brought that up to me over the weekend. I said the same exact thing. I said, well, it's still a little early to know whether or not he's going to be an NBA player.
3 more for you here. A lot of NBA ones, and then one big one about the 4th of July. Why did Boogie Cousins take a pay cut?
I think it's because he wants to be able to prove that he is a great player. And by going to a great team, there might be this perception of, all right, so his numbers might not in the end be the 25, 10, and 5 that we saw last year, but he showed he can play on a winning team. He's got winning pedigree. I mean, all these things that go against of what the first, 7, 8 years of his career has shown.
He took the pay cut because he's kind of not smart. Like, I would take as much money as possible. Like, winning a championship is great. Proving people wrong is one thing, but he's also probably not going to play a lot of the season. And you brought this up yesterday, actually. There is some risk there.
Definitely.
If the Warriors aren't good, they're not blaming Curry, Thompson, Draymond, or Durant. They're blaming Boogie. And I don't know if teams are going to look at Boogie, and let's say he's the 5th best player on the Warriors. And I think it's a strong argument, and that's crazy to think the Warriors are that good. How often are the 5th best players on teams getting $60 or $70 million deals? More so now over the last 3 years.
Very unique case, though.
It's very true. My fear is that, like you said, 20 and 10, 20 and 15, and I know the NBA especially is the ultimate league where you can hide behind your stats. If you play on a terrible team and you put up, this hurts a little bit. Michael Carter-Williams is a great example of this. Michael Carter-Williams won the Rookie of the Year award unanimously. He was averaging triple-doubles for some points. He didn't get a big pay day. He got signed by the Rockets because people didn't know how to handle his stats on those awful Sixer teams. He signed there because he wants to win a championship, Boogie Cousins, and maybe it'll work out the championship, but hopefully that next deal works out for him. Well, speaking about somebody who's making a ton of money, Eric, why is Devin Booker from the Phoenix Suns considered a max player? He might be making $150 for the Phoenix Suns coming up.
He had a 70-point game against the Boston Celtics, not this past season, but the year before that. So this is a guy who can put up big-time numbers. He's still only, 22 years old. He's a max player because he is an exciting player that can put up points in bunches, and the Phoenix Suns have nothing really else to pay money to. They do. They have Josh Jackson.
You're right. They got DeAndre Ayton and stuff. I just look at, every time I look at Devin Booker, I'm never going to change my mindset about him. Is he never not going to get ID'd for beer? He looks so young. The first time I watched Devin Booker play at Kentucky, I'm like, I'm old. If that dude's a freshman in college, what have I turned into? But the team's not good.
No.
Like, maybe that's too much of me being spoiled by LeBron and other these big-time superstars where we're going to give this guy $150 million. He plays for the worst team in the NBA. Wait, hang. He's not helping us get better. And maybe that's easier said than done. I completely get that. And maybe what you're getting at there is they're going to build around him. He's going to be the centerpiece of the franchise.
But they've already got a couple other pieces with Josh Jackson, who I think has shown that he could be a good NBA player already in his rookie season. I think maybe because he was on the Suns, an undervalued rookie season. And then you bring in DeAndre Ayton. That's 3 players I could build around right there.
And the last one here. It is the 4th of July. Eric, why are fireworks a thing? Why are fireworks so popular? Why do people love fireworks?
It's an interesting question because of the fact is everyone probably hears every 4th of July nowadays. Well, they actually were invented by the Chinese. I would say it's an event that, at this point, it's tradition, I would say. It's an event for people to go to do either for some people continue to drink or just to go out and have a nice picnic on the beach and watch some fireworks. It's loud.
Loud noises.
Fun to look at.
There you go. That's not a bad one.
And
Fun
then
to look
also
at. Good.
red, white, and blue can come out in there. I mean, that's another way to present it.
Am I a bad American if I say I'm not a fan of fireworks? Like, I'm not a firework guy. It's because, like, I've talked about this on the show before. I have, like, very dog-like tendencies. Like, when I hear loud noises or, like, thunder, I'll start to run as if, like, the lightning's going to hit me or something. Like, I just don't get down with the fireworks. JPP, be safe, all right? Like, when I used to see my buddies set off the fireworks, they're like, yo, you're going to do one of these things. I'm like, no. Over here, pass. Making a loud noise and setting stuff off.
I'm not down with that JPP.
No, man.
Situation with fireworks.
No. Look, people love fireworks. You're going to have fun with them. Awesome, fantastic. I'm going to be the person that kind of backs off and lets you do you. If you want to set off fireworks, go right ahead. It's not my jam.
Well, it's a very interesting thing because it's when I'm usually this year it's a little bit different with my vacation schedule, but usually it's let's go see one on July 3rd the night before. Oh, and then there's one actually on the 4th of July, and there's a belated one. It's like, why? How many do you really have to see? I'll go to one, and I'm kind of with you. If I don't see the huge deal about it. But why do I have to go to more than one?
Some people
it's
don't
just
go
an event. It's just an event.
Some people don't go to the events anymore. They just do their own fireworks shows in their backyard.
Right, I'll just be driving in the city of Albany, and all of a sudden, whoa, what was that? It was a firework.
Like, if I could rank the things on the 4th of July, I would put eating hot dogs, hanging out by a pool, grilling some good food, having the day off of work. That has to be crossed off. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, honeymoon. And then, like, fireworks is, like, 5th on the list. There are some people who say fireworks are number 1. Like, when you think July 4th, first thing that pops in your head, probably fireworks in America. But
it's like a symbol of it, though.
Yeah, I guess so. All right. At Tom Goss, TOMGOZZ, say how stupid I am that I don't like fireworks, or how much, maybe you're like me. Maybe you're not a fan of fireworks.
I feel like the strong opinion would be people who don't like it. I don't necessarily, maybe I'm wrong. I don't think there's people out there that are just so staunch fireworks that they'd come at people on Twitter. Once again, I've been proven wrong by Twitter like a lot. There are people that come at for some dumb reasons, but I feel like people are not that into fireworks that they would go at somebody, but I never know.
Thanks, Eric. Now my notifications will be lit up. At Tom Goss.